Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton, and joining me on the podcast today, back by popular demand, it's newsbreaker, lovemaker, Deven Rall.
Is this the second date?
This is like a second date.
Wow. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
You know what happens after a second date?
What?
We'll see.
Oh,
We'll see after the podcast.
I thought that's after a first date.
Wow, dude. Really?
I move fast, bro.
Wow.
We're going to talk to you about Blake Lively because she's going to be deposed next week in the
We're
Justin.
still talking about this stuff.
I thought that she had won the case, but I guess not.
So it's all very confusing. We'll get into
We'll get into it. We'll talk about Katy Perry and Orlando because they are co-parenting their kid over on a yacht in, where are they? Italy or something?
Yep, the Amalfi Coast.
We'll talk to you about the latest in their relationship. And finally, we'll talk to you about Denise Richards. Well, I'm sorry to say that her and her husband are breaking up. It's very, very sad.
And it's going to be very sad for her bank account.
Yeah.
Possibly.
We've got, in their divorce filing, we've got all of the money that they have been spending each month. Oh my God, so much money. So we'll get to that at the end there. We'll remind you we're live on YouTube. So if you're out there, leave your comments or questions and we'll get to them at the end of the show. To begin with, Blake Lively, not so fast. Not so fast.
That's what Justin's saying.
She thought she got the win, but now she is going to be deposed in New York next Thursday as part of the whole Baldoni thing. Can you tell me why is this necessary? Like, I thought that we had kind of settled it. Baldoni's lawsuit had been dismissed, so he's not suing her anymore. It's only her suing him, right? So why is she being deposed for this?
I think, honestly, I'm so confused with this story because, like, I thought she won, but I believe the reason that this is still going on is because her lawsuit against him is still going forward. So he lost, but she's still trying to sue him for everything that he did. I mean, the being deposed, apparently she's like totally on board. And
really?
So she's going to go. They haven't released the location of where she's going to be deposed. I would imagine New York. So she'll be there with her attorneys. I guess Ryan Reynolds will not be there. So it'll just be her. Dude, this just seems like a never-ending saga. It's like I thought this was over. Like she did her victory lap, and his lawsuit got thrown out, and I thought maybe she'd take the high road and just like say, all right,
Drop hers.
yeah, but like but doesn't seem to be the case.
No, I think she probably wants to beat him at something. Like to actually take it to court. I mean, if she's as confident as she appears to be, then I don't think she will drop it. Do you think this will actually, go to court? You think this is all?
I mean, a lot of people are saying that it's really going to come down to what comes of this deposition, because then the judge will make his decision. Because obviously her lawsuit is the allegations of like sexual harassment during the film, having his basically his team orchestrate this whole smear campaign against her. So we'll see. I guess depending on what she says in the deposition, the judge will see that and decide whether or not he thinks they should go forward, with the jury or with the case or whatever. I'm talking law right now.
Yeah, I know very well.
I'm talking
as well.
law. And what's going to be interesting to me is I never know how this actually happens, but like there's been a lot of famous like deposition tapes that come out.
I love deposition.
I love them too, like the Lil Wayne one, the Justin Bieber one. I think there's a good Kanye one out there. So, and I don't know the legality. I don't know if like people leak these or how they get out.
Get out.
But it would be, I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll have a Blake Lively one in the future.
That's so if this goes to court and everything like that, like, it'd be crazy that like Diddy got off and Baldoni might get sort of punished.
I know. What did she say? 400 million countersuit. That's so crazy.
That's what Baldoni.
Oh, that's what Baldoni asked. But I
Baldoni,
think she's asking for a lot too. I don't know exactly what the figures are.
He doesn't have as much money though.
No, but also I was saying this from the jump, like, dude, how is he gonna? But I think Wayfarer.
Yeah, Wayfarer.
I always mix it up with Wayfair because isn't that like a furniture company?
Yeah, or Wayfarer is a type of sunglasses.
Is it?
Wayfarers.
Oh, I don't know those. But I think that studio has like very rich backers. So I think they're there's no way he has this kind of money, dude.
Right.
But
We'll see.
We'll see. Stay tuned.
Okay. On to our next story. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom are over on a yacht. Orlando has
Have you ever been on a yacht, by the way?
What is it? How big does it need to be considered
Dude,
a yacht?
that means you've not been on a yacht.
Okay.
All right, continue.
So Orlando was just at Jeff Bezos, Lauren Sanchez, big do. Katy Perry was in Australia. She had work. Like,
Well, she's touring.
I know,
You're
but
saying
like,
she had work. She had tour dates.
but clearly she's like good friends with Lauren Sanchez. They went,
But
they went to space together.
That's true.
But I'm surprised you didn't.
They
Like,
went to space together, but she couldn't make her wedding.
dude.
But the thing is, she booked this tour, I think, way before. You know how tours are booked years in advance. I don't think she knew that Lauren was going to get. That's actually selfish that Lauren got married on the date of her tour.
Dude, you can cancel your show at didgeridoo. You know what I mean? Like, you can just cancel your show and go to the wedding.
They're sold out. You know all those Australian fans, how upset they'd be?
I'll catch you next week in Kookaburra, brother. Like,
are these actual real places?
No, the animals
okay.
are musical instrument.
Gotcha.
You didn't know what didgeridoo was?
I've heard of it, but it could be a place.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it. But so they were there, joined by none other than Daisy Bloom.
Daisy. I actually like that name.
No, you don't.
You don't like Daisy Bloom? That sounds like it wouldn't be the name of your daughter.
I wouldn't. It's too on the nose. Daisy, okay. Bloom.
Sunflower Bloom?
Yeah, it's like, what are we doing?
I don't know.
here?
She's a 4-year-old now.
I'm not criticizing her. I'm criticizing her parents for naming her that.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, her middle name is Dove. Daisy Dove.
Triple D. I kind of like that.
No, Daisy Dove Bloom.
Oh,
Bloom
yeah,
is a B.
I'm not very smart.
No, you're not. So it's interesting because they they're breaking up. They haven't said it from their lips, but their agents, their reps have said it.
Dude, this has been the most ridiculous saga. So like a month ago, right? There was all these rumors that they'd split. Not even that they'd split, but just that they were going through a rough patch. Things weren't looking good. Obviously, we were hitting up people in their orbit. No one would talk. Like no one would say anything, and all that people would say is like off the record, basically just a bunch of stuff. But
okay,
it was off the record, so I can't reveal.
Yeah, off the record.
But yeah, so they weren't saying anything, and then fast forward to the 4th of July or whatever it was, I was off, but then they released this joint statement basically saying like, oh, we're co-parenting.
You're co-parenting. Well, yeah, they are. It's interesting. Like the reps were saying. Look, they're going to co-parent. You're going to see them together as a family, and then
that's
a few days later. It's just like, are they on a PR campaign or are they really being authentic to themselves? Like,
I mean, dude, they have a 4-year-old together. So
you don't have to be on a yacht on the Amalfi Coast with your 4-year-old.
Well, you do if you're them, because she's still in Australia, right? On this tour, or did she leave? Is she done with that?
I don't know if she's done with this. I think,
but she's on this tour regardless, and it's like, well, where else would they be? That's where rich people are, on yachts.
I guess.
And they're co-parenting.
I guess. So who do you think's gonna do better? Like on the rebound.
I think they're both gonna do fine
on the rebound.
Because like I mean he's gonna crush. Obviously, it's Orlando Bloom,
right? Good
and
point,
it's like,
point.
And I feel like she might take a little more time, but but that's like no shade towards her. I just think that that's her own personal decision.
Oh, okay. It sounded like shade, but then you did.
No. I think she's gonna take her time. She's got a lot going on,
right? And
then she's only been with super famous people, right?
Russell Brand.
Yeah, that guy fell off. But then, so we'll see. We'll see where Katy ends up.
On to our last story. Denise Richards and her estranged husband. They were allegedly spending her 6-figure monthly income, like almost all of it every month. It's almost like they were paycheck to paycheck with her $250,000 per month, income from OnlyFans, from the Bravo show, brand deals. And now we know what they were spending it on. So they were spending it on $15,000 a month eating out, $10,000 in groceries. Well, I don't know why you need both. Either eat out or go. I guess you do a bit of both. $20,000 a month on clothing.
Who spends that kind of money on clothing?
$18,000 on rent. That seems cheap now than if you could see spending that much also on dining out.
How could you spend more on clothing than on your rent?
I don't know.
And they're paying $18,000 a month.
Crazy.
This is all according to Aaron, by the way.
This is according to Aaron in the divorce docs. $15,000 on entertainment. $7,000 on childcare. How is that? That's not how much that's a lot on childcare. 5,000 home maintenance.
Yeah, I don't want my mom to hear that figure.
So is that your nanny?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, obviously, Denise.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, the crazy thing to me, it's like, so apparently she reportedly earns, did you say this already?
Yeah.
250 grand.
Are you not hearing this podcast? Yeah.
I'm here. Sorry. I was there's a lot of figures.
Yes.
I'm not a math guy.
Right.
There's no way. Obviously, that's what he's claiming because, I mean, he's wanting spousal support. So he's trying to say, this is how the crazy figure of what she's making, the max of what they might spend so he can get the most in spousal support. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, there's not really a lot known about what's going on because he filed data separation July 4th.
Oh,
interesting. 4th
sad
of July.
day.
And then
it's Independence Day.
Oh, that could be that. I doubt it. And then, 3 or 4 days later, he files for divorce. So as of now, we're trying to figure out what exactly happened on July 4th, or was this just like a long time coming? But interesting because this clip went viral yesterday. Did you see that?
Yeah. Explain it.
So like earlier this year, she essentially said in like this interview, like, I'm never getting divorced again.
Never. No matter how upset I am, no matter how, I'm never.
And then 4 months later, so either something happened on July 4th, right? And
true. That's what it's like a drunken.
Either something happened on July 4th, right? Who knows? Or he wanted to divorce her way back then, and then she did that interview, and he's like, I got to put some time between this. Like, she just said she's never getting divorced again. I can't divorce her the next day.
Right.
So, yeah. I mean, they don't have any kids together. So
she's got him with that other guy. What's his name?
That other guy, Charlie Sheen. And she also, I think, adopted.
Oh, interesting.
That's the childcare, Eloise.
Oh, interesting.
Eloise.
Okay.
And allegedly, there was stories that this Aaron guy was going to also adopt that girl, but then he filed the paperwork and said they had no minor children. So guess that never happened.
Oh, yikes. Okay, let's read out some of your comments. Kimberly G NYC says the deposition is done by the opposing party. Look, this is some facts for you, Deven. Deposition done by the opposing party. They are done under oath. So whatever you say in the deposition becomes part of the record. So you better keep your story straight.
Thank you, Kimberly.
Richard says Blake Lively is so unlikable to the point of giving Candace Owens a W.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
What was the Candace Owens thing?
Basically, I think what happened was we got documents that Candace Owens was being subpoenaed in this because I guess I haven't been following along, but I guess
that's your job, to be honest.
But I haven't been following along to what Candace Owens is doing at the moment. But apparently, I think she's been really covering the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni drama, and I think she's Team Justin, right? Heavy. So she got subpoenaed in all this somehow, and we posted the documents. But the thing is, you get documents really quick, right? And everyone gets documents. They're public. So you have to write up the story and publish, or else you lose the story. And so she was upset that we didn't reach out to her and give her enough time to respond before we published the story. And then basically is now saying, see, you guys are in bed with Blake's team. I'm right. Yeah.
Nice wrap up.
A lot of side drama.
Nice wrap up.
Yep, there you go.
We had a poll as well. Are you Team Blake or Team Justin? Wow, Team Blake is winning now. The tide has turned. I would have thought these.
I mean, you were always Justin, right?
I'm still Justin. Team Blake is 54%.
Keep going.
Team Justin 34%, and you can guess the final figure. 10%. Team nobody.
That's the team I'm on. Who cares about this anymore? I know
I'm over it.
I know you were like, this is the biggest story of the year by far, and it was juicy in the beginning, and then, dude, it becomes like court documents. You want to read all this?
It's just crazy. Like, everything is so exciting when it breaks, and then
because that's where all the juicy details are, and then it just becomes like paperwork.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, you know a lot about paperwork.
I do a lot of paperwork.
Do you?
No.
Yeah, I feel like you do. You even have a visa currently?
I hand in my receipts for if I have a nice lunch or something like that. I hand in the receipts.
That's not paperwork. All right, let's
God of Whoop Ass says, who cares about rich people or of crap?
Who cares about these rich people of crap people? Drag them out down with the millionaires and billionaires. Rich piece of
damn,
crap. I tried to one up you and then just totally backfired.
Are we tired today?
Dude, it was a long day yesterday, bro.
Why?
There's just no one here, man. Everyone's on look, I'm sitting in someone's seat. That's not
True. Eminem says, every time I see Denise Richards, my mind still goes to Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, a
You
lot of people's do.
My mind goes to Wild Things.
I don't know if I'm. Wait, is she?
You
in
haven't
that?
seen Wild Things?
Wait, the baseball movie, right?
Oh.
Am I wrong?
No. It's
Wild-
with her and that other girl, and they kiss in the pool.
Really?
Yes, they kiss
Wild
in the pool.
Things. Hold on.
Oh, Wild Thing was responsible for my sexual awakening as a young
That's
young
That's
man.
who we have to blame.
Eminem says, I'm so on board for this host combo.
Oh
Deven
wow,
and Cotton.
Eminem.
This was a weak episode too, if I'm honest.
What do you mean? I thought it was good. I mean,
I just feel a little tired, like I'm not firing on all cylinders. You know, you're getting a lot of stuff wrong.
I wouldn't say a lot. A few.
A few things.
I had a few slip ups. Dude, people don't come here for facts.
No. No.
Dude, all I'm thinking about is this Wild Things video. I'll watch it
You
later.
got to watch Wild Things. It is so good. You know Cruel Intentions?
No. Cruel Intentions.
Stop it.
What?
You don't know Cruel Intentions?
Dude, should I add it to my list? I have a whole thing, whole notes with movies I should watch.
This file it under Charlie's Sexual Awakening because Cruel Intentions is up
dude.
there too.
You can't have multiple.
Oh yeah, I have multiple.
Okay.
Also a movie called Unfaithful. Very good.
We're off the rails.
All right.
We're off the rails.
All right. Thank you. Nikki Brown says, so happy to see you back, Charlie. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate that. Deven, it's been fun.
I got a lot of movies to watch.
You do. I'm not going to call you later on tonight because I know what you'll be up to. All right.
Okay. Later, guys.
Later. Bye.